Hello and welcome back to Butterfly Box 78. This is a private reading for love, finance, and then a more specific question. So give me just a moment and let me meditate. Okay, so already I feel the energy around the heart and around the mouth. So that means that this has to do with communication of what you're feeling in your heart. This is not a mind over matter situation. This is about maybe you following whatever you feel like your heart is telling you and communicating that. Communication, I believe, is a big thing within this reading. So let's go ahead and get into the general part of this reading. Let's see what we get. So in this reading, the first card out is, let me reposition this, is the Star card. The Star card is about wish fulfillment. This is about you kind of, it's something that you're interested in coming true. Again, this is about wish fulfillment. I don't know if there was something that you wanted to happen and it did happen. Maybe it was a wish for a relationship, possibly. Anyway, we have also the Four of Coins. This is about not wanting to let go, holding on to something tight. And the only thing that makes me think that possibly this has to do with love is that we have the Three of Swords in the upright. So I don't know if you have recently, I don't know if you went through a breakup. It's something, I don't know if this is relationship, but I can tell you that it's something that really hurts your heart. The overall energy is the Hangman. And then actually under it, so the overall energy being the Hangman is saying that maybe the situation is stagnant. It's something that you're holding on to, but that could have really hurt your feelings. But it left you kind of stagnant. And the Hangman is always about looking at things from another perspective. Sometimes this isn't always about being stagnant. What it wants you to do is to look at things from another perspective. I think that in the past, though, there were people, like there was some type of judgment. I don't know if there was I don't know if there was a marriage, or maybe there was somebody who was wanting some type of connection, some type of deeper connection. Maybe there was a marriage, or maybe that was the wish for marriage. But judgment was made. There was a judgment call on something. And I don't know if people didn't like the decision, if other people didn't like the decision that was made, or if this was about you not liking a union that happened. But judgment was already passed. It wasn't, and what I'm talking about is whatever it was that you were indecisive about, or whatever the outcome was, somebody didn't like it, or maybe you didn't like it. I think that it kind of left you in a situation maybe where you were undecided. And so with the magician, this is me going back into the cards, into the story a little bit. With the magician being in reverse, this is telling me that something, like somebody didn't manifest something properly. I don't know if there was a lot of anger behind the judgment that was made, but whichever way it goes, like somebody didn't manifest something correctly, like not with the right intentions. I don't know if you or somebody else, I don't know if somebody was wishing bad on you. I'm not really for sure. Or if it was just something, sometimes it's not about other people, it's just about how things happen. And you would know better than I would about this situation, but whichever way it goes, it kind of left you, I feel like it kind of left you in limbo, but it wants you to look at it from a different perspective. So whatever the situation was, I know that you're not ready to give up on it, and it may have really hurt you, and it left you maybe in a limbo state. But what this is telling us is that it wants you to look at this from another perspective. So that way you won't be hurt over the situation. And if you need to let go, you can. Let's see. There's nothing to clarify because I feel like this is very straightforward. You would probably know better than I would, maybe what I'm speaking of. I'm not really for sure. Yeah, I don't know if this had to do with somebody. I don't know if somebody has shut themselves off, like maybe the passion of something is gone. Maybe somebody feels like emotionally I don't know if you're blocking them or they're blocking you, but it's like you're having it's hard, and I think it hurts you. I think that like whatever it is that maybe you're holding on to so tightly, I think that I feel like that if you love it, you can learn to let it go. So that way you're not making it hard. You're not causing, sometimes when people hold on really tight, it doesn't give whoever's involved the opportunity to figure out that that's really where they want to be. That's what that is. All right. Ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of impatience. But I think that there's gonna be an end to something, but it's gonna be the beginning of something really beautiful. I see something coming to an end, but something really beautiful coming up out of this. We've got the Death card, but I feel like there's some impatience, yeah, and with the Lovers being in reverse and the Nine of Coins being in the upright, this is telling me maybe you need to, it's the overall energy, the Five of Swords. So yeah, so maybe, I don't know if this is about a relationship or if this is something between you and somebody else. It may not have anything to do with a current partner like that you are with. It could, but I'm not really sure if that's what this is. But it could also, it could be any kind of relationship. So a relationship with family member, friend, lover, it doesn't matter. However, I do show the Lovers in reverse. However, what this is, because anytime that there is, hurt people. And I think that sometimes when there is arguments between people, somebody says something, and because it hurts their feelings, we retaliate by saying something hurtful back. And so I feel like that in this particular instance, with the overall energy being the Five of Swords, nobody wins. Like, and unfortunately, like this situation was coming. Like, I think the focus is, what's interesting about this is this reading is telling me that because of the Death card being in the upright and, the Death being the beginning of something new, let me show you this card, because see, she's holding a baby. And I love this. This is one of my favorite cards because, life, or, if you speak properly, if you manifest properly life into something, it will come the way that it's supposed to. And I think God really has an interesting way of showing us, if we pay attention to where we need to direct our focus. And with the Lovers being in reverse, this is telling me that right now, this isn't the time to be focusing on this, because it wants you to be this, which is the Nine of Coins. The Nine of Coins represents hard work. It represents hard work for finance, actually. And with the owl being on her shoulder, this is about you kind of keeping your head down, staying focused, and really focusing, more on yourself, listening to the wisdom. I'm not sure if you listen to any, like, what is it, her name, Joyce Myers, or if you listen to podcasts, or really I don't know if there's a business. This is about just really focusing and working hard. This is about focusing and working hard. And that's what it's telling us. We can clarify what the Lovers in reverse is talking about. Please explain to me why the Lovers are in reverse. Please explain to me. Please explain. Okay. Again, this is about, I don't know if this was a relationship, like you had wished for something. I think that it's important maybe you need to move on. maybe this is about communicating that maybe you are the one who isn't emotionally attached to the situation, and maybe it's time for you to have less focus on someone else and more focus on yourself. But I still keep getting the Magician in reverse, and this is kind of bothering me because I feel like I'm not sure. I don't know. Somebody's like there's a lot of anger. It's something. There's a lot of. I think somebody's wanting something positive, but there's like a lot of anger, and I'm not sure. Sometimes anger can be caused by the fact that we can't control certain things, or certain situations, or even people. And I think that that's what that holding on to something. I think that it's important to hang on to the really positive things. That's what it wants you to do. That's why I kept getting the see, and I just moved my hand and the Lovers came out in the upright. So maybe this is about you. Maybe this is about a love relationship, because the Lovers keep coming. This is crazy. And this is telling me that maybe, I don't know if you need to bond with this person more on a masculine level, like seeing things from that perspective. Because a lot of times, as women, we only look at our feelings. And with men, I don't want to say that it's less feeling, but I would say that sometimes when they're in a relationship, they're more logical, because they don't have the hormones of emotions that kind of drives us. They're not making the same thing, and that's the beautiful thing about men and women, is that you can't have one without the other. So maybe this is more about balance, and this is telling you that you need to focus more. I didn't expect for this to be a love reading, by the way, but this is something that you did ask for. I don't know if this was something on your forefront. That was just a side note. But anyway, this is telling us that you maybe need to get more in touch with the masculine side of yourself. So sometimes not everything is a fight, and not everything has to result in heartbreak when you don't get your way. Boom. So that's just the message. And we just keep getting this star card. So I just want to say this. This is interesting, because I am getting star card like nobody's business in this reading. So with this being the overall energy in the Lovers, this is a very good omen. The Lovers keep popping out, and you've had the star card so many times now. So I think that whatever it is that you're wishing for, or wanting, you need to learn how to manifest that without any resentment or anger, because that's what causes blockages. That's what causes people to kind of to shut down, and it's hard to communicate with people, especially, I think whatever this is, this relationship may be worth fighting for. This is interesting because up under it is the Two of Coins, and this is about balance. Sometimes this is about juggling two different things, and that could be what we're dealing with. But I also think that this is about balance, balancing everything that's around you. I do know that you're an earth sign. I think you are from what you told me, but you know, the coins always represent earth signs, and I think that you're an earth sign, or you just may have earth in your chart. And then the three of chalices under that, you know, is about celebration. Two's the party, three is the crowd. So, you know, this is about a celebration. Yeah, oh my gosh, so many positive things. I feel like once you let down, oh my gosh. So this is wow. So this is actually about moving on. Whatever pained you, whatever, okay, so whatever past things that you are holding on to, this is about healing and actually letting your guard down. I think that maybe when you decide to let your guard down, it may have a lot of things swimming around in your head, like there's a lot of things, but I don't think that you need to be worried, because it's telling me that, like, there's love here. There is a lot of love here. And it's just, it's what is. That's just what it is. There's a lot of love. You know, you need to, I think maybe with the hangman that kept coming out, and that's why I'm telling you that it's important for you to look at things from another perspective. You know, it doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong, or if the person hurt you. It's how are you going to move on from that. And sometimes seeing things from another perspective, like getting in touch with your more masculine side. Or this could also mean that you love more in a masculine way and not so much in a feminine way. But whichever way it goes, it requires balance, okay? I think that you know how to balance yourself out. I think you do, because I know you well enough to know that you're a very smart individual. And I think that whatever it is that you are like wishing for, like, it's coming. I just think that maybe, I don't know if your feelings got really hurt by somebody. But whichever way it goes with the Star card, you know, she is also represented by Aquarius. So I don't know if you're dealing with an Aquarius or somebody has Aquarius in their chart, but I can tell you that this individual, this particular message, you know, Aquarius is the water bearer, and water represents emotion, and what she's doing is she's pouring the emotion, she's pouring the water, you know. And in order for us to grow like these flowers, she's watering the flowers, you know. So this is about, you know, even, you know, water. In order for there to be growth, it requires water. So maybe instead of approaching situations in a harsh, you know, the desert, it's like the desert. When you're harsh, the desert is harsh. There's no water in the desert. But everybody wants to be where there's water, because water offers growth. And, you know, that's what we're looking for. And I think that whatever it is that you're wanting, or you're wishing for, it can happen, or you're praying about, I shouldn't say wish, whatever it is that you're praying for, it will happen. This is just about you approaching the situation from a different perspective, learning to heal and learning to forgive and finding balance. Okay? Now, let's go into the finances, because that's a whole separate thing. Let me wipe my hands. Okay, so I feel the majority of the energy, like, in my, I guess not the third eye, kind of in your intuitive, maybe you need to listen to yourself instead of, I don't know if you've been asking the advice of others, or maybe you should seek advice, because that card that came out, the 9 of Coins, with that woman with the owl on her shoulder, the owl represents wisdom. And I don't know if this could be a wisdom that you already have, but you're kind of blocking it. I don't know if you're blocking it, or if maybe you're open. This is about opening yourself to, this isn't about anybody else. This is about opening yourself up so you're able to receive what you're working so hard for. So let's go a little bit further. Please explain to me. Oh, this is about being patient. Wow. And the Lovers again. So I don't know if this has to do with being passionate about a business, something that you love, but you need to be patient. Like, it just, I think a lot of times with businesses, people see that other people, and that they start fast, but I don't know. I think that they don't realize how much goes into it. And I know that's kind of like cliche, because everybody's like, oh, there's so much that goes into this, but it also takes time, and I know, like, time isn't always what a lot of people have, but this is about learning to be patient. This whole thing is about learning to be patient and seeing something from another perspective. Yeah, Hanged Man, except that we got it in the reverse this time. So you need to look at things from another perspective. Wow, we got the Fool. So this journey is about you and only you. This is about your journey. This doesn't have anything to do with anybody else when it comes to your finances. Let's see here. And I don't know if this is a situation you may need, like, some financial help, some financial backing. And if it's offered, don't let your pride get in the way. Take it. There is an offering. But this is about communication. The financial part of this is about actually you stepping out on faith. You have to believe. You have to faithfully believe. Okay. So a lot of times people get into business for money, but a lot of times people get into business because it's something that they really love. So that's what it's saying about looking at something from another perspective. I don't know if you're only looking at the money, but in order for this to be something, you're going to have to step out on faith if you haven't already. We have the Three of Chalices in the reverse and the Four of Wands in reverse. And I think that somebody's going to come in with possibly some type of offering. And with the overall energy being the Knight of Swords, this is about communication. So someone may come in to help you with this, but whatever decision is made, this is about equal give and take. Somebody may really offer you something very nice, a very nice thing, but I think that I don't know if this is, this again, the nine keeps coming up. I think it's important for you to, I don't know if whoever you're involved with, I think what they want you to do, like, I don't know if maybe your lover is involved or whoever you're dealing with, husband. I don't know if they're involved with with the money that you're trying to make from a certain business. But this is about communication. In order for the offer to happen, there has to be an open line of communication, less feelings, and looking at it from a different perspective. And I think that you, with that hard work, because I know you to be a very hard worker, and strength, to get past the pain, or maybe past, or something that might have hurt your feelings, because I'm showing that there's an end. There is a lot of strength here. But I think that with the right type of strength and the right mindset, less emotion, and feeling hurt about something, and understanding that this could be a situation where there needs to be equal give and take, you will see, the fruits of your labor. And it's okay to ask for help. And it looks like with the two knights, Knight of Coins and the Knight of Swords, this is just about strong communication. So I don't know if financially you are talking to someone else. I do believe that they're being truthful with you. This could be some type of contract. I don't know if this could also be about a job offer. That's maybe what this is about, a job offer. But this is also, the offer is there. This is about strong communication. I think that you will get what you want out of it. Maybe you walked away from something that was very displeasing for you, like job-wise. Like you came to there was an end of a cycle. Maybe you didn't want to, like you knew you had to move away from it, but whichever way it goes, there will be communication and it'll involve money. I don't know if this was, I kind of went off the rail with that, possibly thinking that this was a business, but this could actually be a job offer. But this is you stepping out on faith and seeing something from another perspective, especially because I think that if this was a job offer, that you could really get what you wanted out of it. Like they're going to see the strength and the hard work that you've put into it. And just this is about, direct communication. So whether it's a business or whether it's a job offer, it looks like it'll be really good for you. Let's see. Now we'll do the reading more specific about you being able to see your grandchild. Okay. I don't know if this is... Yeah, so maybe some of this has to do with, let's see. I'm hearing like, don't force it, being strong. Okay, so this situation, I mean, it didn't have a strong foundation anyway. I don't know if someone is blocked. I don't know if the mother is blocking you or you are blocking the mother as far as communication. She may be blocking you, but there wasn't a solid foundation in the beginning. And the reason was because of the other factors, the other people, the other things that were involved. And I think it just left you really displeased and dissatisfied a lot. Your energy is actually, like if I go back into the story, your energy is very strong. Your energy is very strong. And I think that whatever it is, I think you offered some communication. I think you offered a lot of communication. Maybe even money. I'm not really for sure. I think it was a situation, you kind of feel like you're alone in this. I think that there were emotional offers. I don't think anybody was trying to do anything sneaky. However, I do think that it's time for you to move forward. Or maybe you already have moved forward. I think with the Queen of Coins, which is your energy, you also have the King of Coins, which is also your energy, being in the upright, that you are approaching this in the right way. But this left you very dissatisfied. So let me get some clarification on, I think sometimes you just have to let things play out the way that they do. You can't control other people or other things. Even if she blocked communication, it doesn't matter. The foundation wasn't strong enough between you and that other person in order for things to have gone right anyway. So it just would have gotten really complicated. And maybe right now, if this were right, that she does have you blocked, that everything you just, this is about, everything, like this earth is revolving. it's going to come to pass. That's all I can say, is that it's going to come to pass. You coming in with the correct energy when it comes to this situation. Yeah, so we have the High Priestess. We're going to go ahead and take this in the upright. And you just need to, with death. So there will be, with the High Priestess coming in, it kind of fell this way. So this is about, it fell exactly like not up or tilted more down in the reverse. So this is telling me, I'm going to take it as the upright, because I think that the message here is just for you to, sometimes we just kind of have to let things play out, listen to your instincts. This is about listening to your wisdom, your intuition, any messages that you feel like you're receiving from God. Pray about it. Just really pray. And that manifestation card in the reverse keeps coming up for me in my mind. So maybe this is what this is about being in the right heart space, mind space, and spirituality space, so that way you can open yourself up to the world. So that way, where we have the Tower card being in the upright, so where this was on such a not a good foundation, that we can make it into something that is a solid foundation. Our solid foundation is the world, because we're here and we know that we're relevant in this world. And with the overall energy being the Death card, but in the upright, this is telling me that there will be a new beginning to this. However, you may need to leave your emotions out of it. And wow, up underneath, we finally have the Magician in the upright. And again, this is about manifestation. So I see here throughout this entire reading that this is really about, you getting your energy right so you can manifest, and everything will play out right the way that it's supposed to. And there is going to be a new beginning, because a lot of the same cards keep popping out for you. Let me go ahead and draw some self-care cards. This may help with your positive manifestation. Oh, shoot. And I forgot what number I told you. I kept wanting to tell you 122, but I can't remember what number I just told you from the beginning. So, and I would look up that number, angel number 122. Connect with your ancestors. So maybe this is, I don't know who has passed, in your family, somebody you may have been very close to, but all the good things that you remember about them, their logic, when you were able to go to them and they were able to just really give you good advice. Sometimes, like, tapping into that energy will give you the answers to what it is that you need in order to manifest what you want. Also, alone time. So maybe you just kind of getting with yourself will really help you, because you being with yourself gives you time to focus on yourself and what your heart is telling you, as opposed to all the outside influences. And I know that you were staying in a very remote area. So less focus on others and more focusing on yourself, because you know that whatever anybody else does, you can't really control that. But what you can control is everything as far as yourself is concerned. And I think that that is the key here. Yeah, see, the overall energy is connect with the earth. I'm not gonna lay down this other card because I don't really feel like that has anything to do with it. But the overall energy is connect with Earth. And if you're still staying in that area, I just think that maybe like a long hike or just a nice hike or just being out there in the wilderness. I shouldn't say in the wilderness, but just being out in the country, you know, kind of away from everything will really help. I think doing like focusing your negative energy and turning around and doing something positive will help you. And maybe that's where the new job offer or this business or whatever it is will come about, because it's you. And maybe it's just a part of what needs to happen, because I feel like you kind of take care of a lot of people, but you really need to focus on taking care of yourself. That way you can have the balance that you need, learn to reconnect and heal from things that no longer serve you, so you can move forward to, you know, that new beginning. And it'll be less painful and emotional, and you'll be able to manifest what you want in the right way. Boom, there it was. All right, that was the reading. I don't know if I even hit the mark on anything, but I hope that this helped. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.